Hello, everyone. TrueLife here. Went over to my mom's, was watching the news with my sister, and I seen a man attacking another man on his property as if he had authority over the gentleman's property. And it really made me think about something. It's just like a parent that raises their child and they make them feel as if they are above everyone else. And nothing that they say can be wrong, and they have all the authority and entitlement upon over everybody else and everything. And they never were told that they had to earn respect based upon their character, based upon being a good steward and expressing love, peace, and happiness, and having the ability to share and not have a sense of discrimination or stereotypical mindset of labeling people just based upon a experience you have with one or two individuals, meaning it's not a one size fit all. It's not a sum ruin for all. It's a one size for you. So basically, you have the ability to reset based on every experience that you have with an individual. But we live in a system where they teach you that if everyone is in one category, based upon what you see on the flesh or the encounter that you have with one or two or three individuals, we are all connected, and that's the thing. They wanted you to focus on the appearance of things, individuals that have a certain status, a certain amount of money, a certain level of beauty, and complexion of skin, nationalities. They taught you to focus on that as far as to determine the value of an individual. And all of that was incorrect. The flesh can provide deception and manipulation, but the spirit cannot. The spirit is what the spirit is that dwells within the individual. So instead of focusing on the surface of what a person presents to you, focus on what you feel and when you interact with the individual, what do you feel? So you see, everything is in reverse. We learn this in school. We learn this in our homes, environments, the people that we communicate with, and everything. We learn these things. But it's very important that that's what I believe that this life experience is, to teach you the difference between the two. Because you find that there's been a lot of people making decisions based upon the flesh. And what you'll find is that there are people that are focusing on the surface when they make important decisions. And they later find out, wait a minute, I was making that decision based upon superficial things. That's why I ended up in the situation that I was in. But if I would have made the decisions based upon the things that dwell within an individual and their character, their spirit, then maybe things would have turned out different. So you focus on the things that your flesh want and desire instead of focusing on the things that the flesh needs to sustain life. So it's just like with food. When we eat, we're all in this journey together. I have the same issues. So the world presents us with junk food. They present us with fast food, restaurants, prepackaged foods with sodium, and all of these things that our bodies were not meant to break down on a regular basis. Chemicals, unnatural things. And we grow accustomed to it and we develop habits and we desire it. You see, I said desire, and we want it because it tastes good to the flesh. But it only provides that temporary satisfaction. If we were really honest with ourselves, because we're searching for the nutrients after we receive the junk. Because your body is still in need of nutrition, which provides life. So that's with every decision that we make within our lives. So if I would have gotten some vegetables and some protein, some fruit, things to increase the value of my life and sustain life and increase it, electric foods, then I would find that even my mind would operate on a different level and my physical ability could even increase in different areas of my life. So you see, we are presented with these options and our flesh desires and they want it. It wants it, but do we really need it? Right? So think about those things when you make important decisions based on surface, because they are trying to program you to think on the surface level, but you need to think deeper. Because when you think deeper, that's where you will find the peace that's needed for you to continue to grow. The other things will cause you to decline. So you won't increase your knowledge. You won't, well, actually, knowledge is increased by experience because I believe that experience is the best teacher. You can go off of what people tell you, but it's best for you to, a lot of times, experience things yourself for you to truly understand what everything means. So when you read books, you should read them for the information. And as you go on through life, you experience things that helps you understand, wow, yes, I see that point of view they had within that book. But you may even come up with a different interpretation of what you believe based upon your experience. So you see, life teaches us things. We are to learn these lessons and then we gain the wisdom needed. So we have two parties, two options. We talk about the one that focuses on gratification, instant gratification, and then leaving you with consequences because you have received the instant gratification. And then the other option is where you will have to work for something. It's not going to be right in front of you, but you can have faith to believe that you will reach those goals. And the ultimate goal will be satisfying because it's going to be eternal. It's going to be forever. It's going to be fulfilling within, which is actually what you need to focus on. Not instant gratification. And then you don't even think it has any value because you received it so fast. Really, if you really be honest with yourself, it doesn't help you grow and gain strength. It actually helps you to stay weak because you don't grow. You didn't have to put anything in to get it. I hope that this really is helping someone understand the way they have set the system up. So then when you get to a certain age, because you learned all of this information from watching television, watching things on the internet, talking to friends, family, joining in with everybody. Just think about when you start a diet plan and you're doing something totally different from everybody else around you. What do? They try to convince you to come back in with the crowd. You have to have the ability to stand in your own truth. That's where the strength is. Because you're not seeking the validation of approval of others around you, because you understand that this journey is meant for you to grow individually, and then you come amongst the rest and give your point of view, because everyone has their own journey. So we all don't have the same journey. We all have unique talents, abilities, and information that's given by the Most High for us to do what we are called to do within the life. So everyone have a purpose, everyone have a different reason why they're here. But we are all connected, because sometimes the individuals that are considered to be your enemies are actually helping you grow as well. So they had a purpose. And we have the credit system where if you have a bad experience with one company and they put it in the credit bureau, and then another company can go pull your credit and see what your credit looks like with another company, but without your approval, sometimes they report the things in there, right? So that's just like when you're talking to someone, you had a relationship with someone, and after you get out of a relationship with them, they don't have a contract stating that they have the rights to be able to talk about anything that went on within the relationship, or that you voiced to that individual out of trust. They don't have the right to go and tell someone else about you, because listen to this: who's to say that that relationship that you had with them, that was your past? So they are holding your past against you. You could have grown to become a more responsible individual. So is it fair that a company can use your past against you and tell someone else? Now, I could see if I was to return to that same company and ask them for more business after I did not follow through with the agreement. But if you were to go to another company and you're starting fresh, because it's a reset, it's not a one size fit all, it's not a some ruin for all, it's a one size for you reset. So they should not have the right to use the information from another company to determine if they want to work with you. Do you see how that's not fair? And I believe that that's where spiritual justice should step in, just as they would if a person is trying to kill your character as an individual based upon the past that they have experienced with you. We do not have a contract. So you cannot go around spreading information about another individual based upon the experience that you had with them if you were not given access and privilege to do so. So you see the injustice. And that's why I say that the world that we live in, if people only knew that our lives were reality shows. Because even when you are conspiring amongst yourselves in private, if a person is trying to set up a scheme or a plot against you to destroy you because they are upset with something that they wanted to have and they couldn't get it, or whatever, it doesn't even matter. Consequences have to take place in order for people to learn that it's not fair and they cannot do such. We should spread the word and let people know this. You want to become a good steward. You want to be the individual that if you have encountered someone approaching you and telling you about someone in their past, you say, you know what? I'm not that type of person. I don't hold people to their past. I focus on what they are presenting and to me in the present. Now, if they prove themselves to be an untrustworthy individual based on the experience that I have had firsthand with them, then that is how I will judge that situation. Rightfully so. But if it is some information that was given to me by someone else, how do I know that they weren't trying to manipulate the situation for their own personal gain? That's why I like the saying, it says, believe none of what you hear, half of what you see, and I say everything that you experience firsthand. I really hope that this has helped someone today, because we really need to stop making important decisions based on surface. Because the flesh can lie, it can deceive, but the spirit that dwells within cannot. It cannot. Stop making important decisions on surface. Stop making important decisions on surface. Search within the heart, the mind, the soul. What will your character say for you? Hey, yeah, yeah. What will your character say for you? Stop making important decisions on surface. Hey, yeah. Stop making important decisions on surface. Search within the heart, the mind, the soul. What will your character say for you? Hey, yeah. What will your character say for you? Continue to look up and live. True life.